It happened so quietly that I almost didn't notice. Someone handed me the camera. Can you take one? Of course. I smiled, stepped back, lined everyone up. Okay, everybody look over here. Click. Another one. One more. Click. And then someone said those words that almost made my stomach tighten. Crystal, come get in one. For just a moment, everything inside me hesitated. I looked down at what I was wearing. I wondered how I'd look. I imagined seeing the picture later. Maybe I could just take one more of everyone else. Maybe no one would notice if I stayed behind the camera. It took me a long time to realize I wasn't avoiding the photograph. I was avoiding the possibility of seeing myself. Welcome to Lift the Shame. I'm Crystal Cargis, eating disorder dietitian, mom of 5, and someone who believes that you don't have to be fully healed to be a good mother. This is a place where we tell the truth about the quiet places shame hides, a place where we practice repair instead of perfection, and where I hope every conversation helps you feel a little more seen and a little less alone. Today, I want to talk about family photos. Not because photographs are important, but because sometimes they quietly reveal the way shame has been asking us to disappear. Maybe you've experienced this too. Maybe someone else always ends up holding the camera. Maybe you've become really good at volunteering. I'll take it. Or maybe you scroll through years of family memories and notice something unsettling. Your children are there. Your partner is there. Birthdays, vacations, Christmas mornings, beach trips, first day of school. But somehow you're missing from so many of them. Not completely, just enough. Enough that your children could one day wonder, why wasn't mom in more of the pictures? What's heartbreaking is that most of us never make this decision consciously. We don't wake up thinking, I'd like to disappear from my family's memories today. Shame is quieter than that. It whispers, you'll like the picture better if you lost a little weight first. Or let's wait until you're feeling better about yourself. You don't want to ruin this photo. Everyone else looks better. I can't handle what I might see. Just take the picture. And because those thoughts sound so familiar, we rarely question them. For years, I thought avoiding photographs protected me. If I wasn't in the picture, I couldn't criticize it. I couldn't zoom in. I couldn't replay everything I disliked about my body. It felt safer. But shame rarely tells us the whole story, because while it was protecting me from seeing myself, it was also keeping my children from seeing me. Not just my body, me. The mother who was laughing, the mother who was holding them, the mother who was there. That realization changed something for me, because one day I found myself looking through old family albums. And you know what I noticed? When I looked at pictures of the people I loved, I wasn't evaluating their bodies. I wasn't thinking she should have worn something different. I wasn't noticing the things they probably spent hours worrying about. I was simply grateful they were there. And I wonder, what if our children will look at our photographs the very same way? I think shame convinces us that photographs are about appearance. But photographs were never really about appearance. They're about witness. They're evidence that we were there, that we loved, that we celebrated, that we stayed. And one day, our children won't be searching those pictures for perfect bodies. They'll be searching for us, for the way we smiled at them, held them, wrapped our arms around them, bent down to tie a shoe, laughed so hard our eyes closed. Photographs don't preserve perfection, they preserve relationship. One of the things eating disorders and body shame often do is narrow our lives. not all at once, slowly, quietly. One avoided photo, one skipped beach day, one missed memory, one more moment spent behind the camera. Not because mothers don't love their children, because shame teaches us that being seen is dangerous. And if that's been true for you, it makes so much sense. Your nervous system isn't trying to ruin your life, it's trying to protect you using the only strategy it has learned. And that's why recovery isn't simply learning to like how we look or accepting our bodies. Recovery is slowly teaching our nervous system that becoming visible can be safe again. So today, I wonder if there's one photograph you could say yes to, not because you've finally learned to love every part of your body, not because the critical voice has disappeared, but because your life is happening now. Not after bodies change, not after another season, now. Maybe this week, when someone says, "Come get in the picture," you notice the voice that tells you to stay behind the camera. You thank it for trying to protect you. And then, very gently, you step into the frame anyway. Not because you're fearless, but because your children deserve to remember the woman who loved them. And so do you. Friend, I hope years from now, your children won't have to search for you in the family albums. I hope they find you everywhere, holding babies, blowing out birthday candles, covered in sunscreen, laughing until your shoulders shake, standing beside them, not because you finally felt beautiful enough, but because little by little, you chose presence over hiding. If today's conversation felt familiar, I hope you'll let it become gentle evidence of this. You are not the only mother carrying this. You don't have to solve it today. Just notice it and maybe carry a little less shame into tomorrow. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you're longing for a place where these conversations continue, where mothers understand the overlap between recovery and motherhood, you are always welcome at Lift the Shame. Until next time, take gentle care of yourself, and I'll meet you here again next week.